Hello everybody, Retrobeard here. It's Wednesday afternoon, 4 PM UK time. How are you all doing? Good, I hope. Before I get started, I just want to say, if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, leave me a comment, and it really helps the channel grow, keep pushing things forwards. And if you wish to support me and the channel, or tip, I now have a buymeacoffee.com page, and I'm Retrobeard on there. It's a bit like Patreon, but a lot easier to use, a lot simpler, and donations start as little as £1, which is barely over $1. So right now, thank you. With that said, let us see what today brings, because yesterday began as a continuation of the Pokemon celebration, but then we kind of evolved into arcade games. So anything goes. I always, if possible, do requests, because in my own way, I'm a man of the people, and I like people happy and enjoying what they're watching and what they're seeing. So we shall see what happens today, who comes along, what the requests are. And in the absence of requests, I always just sort of do something that hopefully is entertaining. Although I'm not late starting, I'm a bit later in myself, so I feel a bit disorganised, but it'll all settle down. I'm just making sure I've not forgot anything. I'm just looking around. Got my coffee, that's important. Lighting's correct. Console's on, controller's there. I think we're okay. So I will control on. I will get started while we wait. I know there was some X-Men, I believe that was the game we were going to start today with, but obviously I will begin that dependent on who turns up to the stream, because a request is to be honoured if the requestee is present, otherwise it's pointless, isn't it? For anybody who's interested, I now do audiobooks in the 40k Warhammer 40,000 sci-fi universe, and if you're not familiar with it, I recommend it, because it's, in my opinion, the greatest science fiction universe out there. I've got one done so far, and I've got one more that should be up today. I'm aiming for 2 to 3 a week, and this will be the second. Because I've got such a large amount of content, you're best off finding it in the playlists area. It's clearly labelled. So I'm working on my audio talents and how to make good quality audio books. So each one's going to get better as we go along. Hi Cauldron, how you doing? Good, I hope. So any views, likes and comments on my new audio books would be fantastic. I don't currently write them. I'm using very old short stories from the White Dwarf magazine, sort of 30-year-old stories that haven't been done. Many players have never even seen these stories before, so it's new old material. They're only 5-minute short stories generally. Try and put my voices to good use. So just thought I'd plug that. I am a nerd, total nerd. I also like to try different things on the channel, trying to do something that sticks or something that can get viral, because I think I've got a taste of getting the channel to grow, so I can keep on doing this. Because truthfully, when the lockdown started last year, I don't know what they call it in America, but I got put on what's called furlough. And furlough is when you get paid your wages even though you don't go to work, so you can survive. And I'm only working a few hours a week right now, which is why I've had time to start doing all this social media stuff. And that's going to stop soon, and I'll be going back to work full time. So I was trying to really build the channel and get things where I'm really efficient at what I do, so when I go back to work I can still do it. So I was trying to get as much done and moving with a lot, with some momentum before I have to go back to work. Audiobooks are good. If you haven't got time to read and you want something in the background, they're awesome. My audiobook was a good little start, and I've got my next one coming up a bit later. Probably after this stream I'll finish it before I have my food. Yeah, Warhammer 40,000 fiction is the best science fiction out there. Never used to be, but it is now. It's really Well, I suppose it did used to be actually, but it's really good now. So I thought I'd sort of make my channel into all geek and nerdy stuff, not just retro games, which I do. It was anyway, because I was showing 4K Blu-rays and stuff and Studio Ghibli, wasn't I? So it always was a nerdy, geeky channel, but dedicated content is always good. Yeah. I've quite enjoyed doing these audio books though. It's quite enjoyable content. I'm hoping it takes off. I need a break. YouTube is such a crowded arena. I've got to work hard. Give this a go. Give this a go while we wait to see who turns up. Why am I not getting up? Okay, this is really annoying me now. Why am I not getting up? Okay, it's not that button. God. This game is aged. I remember it being a really good game. Okay, he's just beating me up. Really? Get up then. Wow. I remember that game being so good, and now it's a big pile of steaming crap. I won't be going back to that game. It's funny how we remember certain games as being so good, and then we go back, and it's like, wow. How did I ever play that? That's just destroyed one of my childhood memories. What we got? Dizzy games are hard. I think the Game Gear has generally aged really badly. Most of these games don't even look worth trying. Apart from the RPGs, of course. RPGs are fairly timeless if they're still, you know, relevant, but most of this stuff is just appalling. That makes me sad. And look at it. What we got? MAME. Has MAME got anything good to... No, don't like a lot of those ones. can't beat a bit of Turtles. Look. 4D. Oh, excuse me. Agent Super Bond. Airwolf, wow. Didn't know Aladdin was in the arcade. Oh, not that horrible Alex Kidd game. Man, that stressed me out. Well, that's some arcade of Altered Beast. Come on, load up. Oh, what's that? Okay, arcade of Altered Beast don't seem to work anymore. Apache. Really? Are we having one of those days today? I really must list all these ROMs that don't work and start deleting them at some point. I just don't get any time in a minute. Time times the great enemy. I'm not even convinced there's any point me deleting ROMs and tweaking this machine, because it's probably a sort of throwaway machine, isn't it, really? Nice sprite scaling. Where's shoot? Oh, come on, that's a bit merciless, isn't it? Nice sprite scaling, though. How do I fight jets? Oh wow, this is a bit intense. They've put me against fighter jets with no defense. Wow. I guess I've got to get good dodging. What's that? Depth charges. Huh. Helicopter gunships. One man in a speedboat versus helicopter gunships. Fighter jets. Depth charges. Missiles. Other boats. Now what's that? What was that? Oh, I've got some air attack. I ran out. My God. Is that it? I've run out of air attack now. Oh, really? This is like a sprite scaling fest, isn't it? I don't like that game. The secret to an arcade game is it needs to be simple. It needs to be pick up and play. You don't need a learning curve in an arcade game. You want to like automatically be able to walk up and play and then become a lot better at it the more you play it. Arkanoid. Wow. It used to be called Breakout, I think. I didn't like it. I didn't seem to have any consistent air attack. Asteroids. Oh god, no, not asteroids. Astro Fighter. No, no, no. No, no. Wow. That looks terrible in your spirit. Anything else? There's got to be something on here that's remotely appealing. Come on. This is not. Give this a go, I guess. It looks absolutely crap, but you never know. It might be a hidden gem. Multi-style fighting tournament. Wow, what's this poor man's Street Fighter? When you fall on hard times, you get to play this. I'll be back. He looks a sturdy lad. John and Shinsaku. Oh wow, this is appalling. When you couldn't afford Street Fighter 2, this is what you got to play. Any special moves? What? That is appalling. That is just appalling. Don't tell me you think this looks good. No special moves either, it's all real moves. Don't know what I'm celebrating for, he's been handing me my butt. We're like palette swaps of each other as well. Different names, but palette swaps. Wow, that was appalling. I can't play this crap. That was awful, man. Come on, give me something good, something fun. I want to enjoy myself. There'll be something on here that's not utter and complete dog doodah. What about this? Big run. Come on. Okay. Nice sprite scaling so far. Okay. Well, not bad sprite scaling. A bit low res, but it's quite good. You wouldn't have got scaling lights on the home consoles. On the 16-bit, I mean. Very strange physics, but... How 2D games were desperate to look 3D. All the creative sprite scale crap they did. Yeah. That didn't feel good. This game's got ever so strange driving physics. What the heck? Oh man, oversensitive steering much. Here we go. Are you a fan of sprite scaling games? Do you think they look good and they were convincing 3D, or do you think the sooner 3D came along the better? I'm never retiring, I've got a load of credits. This is a very slow game as well. What's that about? What? I don't need to, I've got credits. That's a strange usage of credits. I thought credits allowed you to carry on. Okay, I've got the slowest starting car in the game. I quite like the visual sprite scaling, but the rest of the game is total tosh. I mean, I wish our Mega Drives and Genesis and Super Nintendos and SNESes could sprite scale like this. It would have been a game changer. If they'd have brought out a cartridge chip that could do this, could you imagine it? We'd have been happy. Oh, they've got the handling, man. Oh, it oversteers, it just goes to the side. Cars don't steer like that, those go to the side. Look, you see that? It just turns to the side like it's that's nice. Nice visuals. If they'd have got the gameplay as nice as the sprite scaling, this would have been a nice little hidden gem. I don't know what year it came out. Very slow though. Where am I supposed to go? I can't see. No. Rubbish. That's what I'd call that. This is why I need people in the stream making recommendations, because my god, do I pick some bad games. Black Panther, I take it that's not the Marvel. Yeah, I'm not really a driving fan, to be honest. I get nothing from cars, but occasionally, you know, you played one and you enjoyed it, didn't you? In my free time, where I'm just gaming for myself, I would possibly have a quick go on Daytona, maybe a quick go on Sega Rally, and obviously a Mario Kart or a good kart racer like Crash Team Racing. But not much else. Maybe occasionally Virtua Racing, but not for more than one go, because Virtua Racing is just a nostalgic itch, and once it's scratched, I'm done with it. Bomberman in the arcade. Have a sip of the old latte. Drinking with a beard is difficult. A beard like this anyway. Back some credits in. Oh, I want to play against the AI. Bomberman in the arcades. 2092. This is not oh, which is bomb. There we go. Bomberman's so good. Oh crap! What rubbish AI? Oh look, I've got the girl. She's going. Ah! If that's the level of opponent I'm facing, I should be all right. Bomberman. It's funny, this is the arcade, and it's technically inferior to the home ports on the 16-bit platforms, let alone the other 32-bit platforms. 4 players on an arcade machine playing this is good, but I was doing this at home with my Mega Drive 4-player multi-tap. I've still got it. Oh, you idiot, you destroyed the power-up. This dweeb keeps destroying all the power-ups. Yeah, I want that power-up. I only ask for the means to defend myself. Wow. I tell you what, that is absolutely crap AI. That is appalling. Is that the best an arcade machine could do? Amazing. The AI on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo is pretty good. Oh, did he kill myself? I don't want that. Oh, thank you, my darling. Love changes everything. Thank you. Now I have the power. Maybe not. Oh, bugger! Excuse my French. He's stolen my girl off me. She's fickle, isn't she? He wants a woman like that who just betrays you for the next winner. He wants somebody with you when you lose as well. I demand a rematch, brother. Oh, being chased. Exactly. Unless it was depending on you playing with friends. Okay, so that's all the power-ups I'm getting. Oh. Crap. God, I'm getting jerky. Beef jerky. There's a very limited selection of power-ups as well in this. It's a bit disappointing. I don't like these long-distance explosions. Stop following me. Good win, good win. He won. It's getting harder. I've been hustled. I'm glad he's gotten better. Although this is getting pretty boring now. It's just a stripped down version of Bomberman with half the power-ups, the same stupid map. Bonk's Adventure. What have we got? But what do I see here? What do I see here? Hey, hey, hey. Not a lot. It doesn't work. Why have they put it there then? I tried, my friend, I tried. I try and make everybody happy. It seems to be a futile thing. Bubble Bubble 2. We know that's good. Bubbles. I remember Bubbles. That's so annoying. Buccaneers. Arr! Buccaneers, me hearty. Look at this. Graphics that you'd die for. There's no message deleted on here. I can see all your messages. I've not done anything. Oh, I love these old school graphics. But will it have the playability? I've got a sword, but I use my fists. All these beautiful pixel graphics, and this is what they give us. This is a pile of crap. Go away! What? The controls don't make any sense. That is rubbish. Wow, how did people spend money on that junk? Buck Rogers! Biddy biddy bid. Okay, Buck. Or not. Bucky O'Hare, God, I remember that. Boogie Boy. Boogie Challenge. Bullfighter. Bullfighter. Oh, I didn't even see I didn't even see that, so I didn't delete it. Perhaps there's a swear filter on or something. Or I know that's not swearing, but I didn't do anything, mate. It must be something baked into the software. I'll have to have a look at that in my list of things that I don't get around to doing. I don't have this all politically correct with things like that. It's nothing to do with me. I'll have to check and see if it's an easy setting for me to fix, but it's not me. I believe in freedom of speech, personally. People should speak how they want. As long as they're not setting out to be malicious, I think people should speak freely. People nowadays are offended for everything, and it's not really a functional world. And that's so I would never delete anything like that. I would only delete something, say, if somebody was racist to somebody, homophobic, that kind of thing, but not simple disagreements. I'd never delete that. Or if somebody had a view, as long as they weren't setting out to be hurtful. Sometimes we can learn from each other, or we can learn a bit of live and let live, and not just when it suits me. People claim to be tolerant only when it suits their topics, which is not the greatest way to be. I think if people can talk civilly, they should be allowed to have opinions. Although preferably, it's obviously nicer if we all just came here just for gaming and stuff, but we do have some interesting talks. Like yesterday we had some good talks, didn't we? Anyway, I'm waffling on now. I'm rambling. This game looks like some kind of Super Nintendo Mode 7 level where you do it for 10 seconds, but they tried to make a whole game out of it. It's not bad. Oh, that was my special attack that I was wasting, was it? Oh. Oh, they've downgraded my wheels now. Oh, the sprite scaling is well beyond the Super Nintendo, but at least with this quantity. We all live in a yellow submarine. Yes, there must be a filter on it, a anti-slandering yellow Bomberman filter. It wasn't me. I'm not one of these speech Nazis. Nor do I believe in cancel culture and virtual signalling, all the craziness of this world today, which is exhausting. It's like a person can make one mistake and they've lost everything in their career. It's like flipping out. Talk about a world of people living in glass houses throwing stones. Everyone's going to make multiple mistakes. Yeah, it wasn't a very good game. That's why I had to go. I don't spend my money on arcade games the way I used to do. Gotta be something. Chase HQ, I ain't played that in a while. I remember really enjoying it, but my nostalgia goggles are a very poor judge, as I notice with many of these games when I revisit them. Oh, this was a big thing in the 90s, wasn't it? Late 80s. Pick the song. Oh, it's not. It's a police CB walkie-talkie thing. Police radio. White British sports car.
Loud and clear, over.
I remember this game had pretty decent sprite scaling, I think.
Go, Mr. Driver.
Fast. Can't really see the lay of the road. Oh, okay, there you go. I'm getting better. I think with this one, you chase after criminals and ram them off the road, don't you? Or am I making my own game up? Nice. Probably not a good enough driver to have actually find the criminals. What's that tumbleweed I'm hitting? Oh, my brain can't quite interpret what's going on. My old eyes. Yeah, it is nice. There's no chance your 16-bit platforms could have done this one. Wow, I didn't achieve anything in this game. Well, it counts me out for playing. I didn't even find the bad guys. Not if you don't find them. Wow, that was depressing. Cisco Heat, this must be good. Never heard of it in my life. Oh. Or was it Japanese? Cornering, that's what I need because I suck. Oh, it's very pro-American, but in Japanese language. Push horn and computer cars. Oh god, she controls strange. What the? Okay, don't hit the toll booth, my friend. This game is... I don't know what to call this game. I don't know why it's making those noises. A lot of sprite scaling, I'll give it that. Yeah, well, Commodore 64 was never gonna do a proper port of Chase HQ, was it? Look at all this sprite scaling. In fact, it's quite sickening. Okay, I can see I shouldn't be playing this game. What the? Oh. This game is insane. I respect what they were doing. I really respect what they were doing, but it's failed catastrophically. Like that, you can't really see it. game makes me feel sick. Whew. City Bomber. I bet that's not a politically correct game now. What else we got? Cleopatra. Randy. I'm not very Randy. Clutch what? Clutch hitter. That sounds rude. That sounds good. Command War. Does it even work? Oh wow, PlayStation 1 style graphics. Does it play well? Oh wow, look at that. I don't think it's emulating properly, is it? I'm a beginner. Why is there a penguin? I'm intrigued. I wish it was emulating it. Good luck. I'll need it. La 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 la. Oh no. What the Is this an attempt at a strategy game on an arcade machine? Using PlayStation 1 style hardware? I don't know what's going on. Arcade machines should not be complicated. I suppose it's a Japanese audience, they like things. What in the heck am I playing? This should go straight forward. A main battle tank versus a dragon. Hey, stop shooting me. Oh, the tank can jump. Oh, it's anime, of course. What a load of crap. It played so choppy. No idea how to do it, nothing. Go down on the Congo Bongo. That can't be good. What we got? A cotton game. It was junk. Yes, it was weird. It was unplayable. It was so choppy. Try this now. The obscure games of the arcade. Oh, we're never going to get to see it. Why'd they just fill this machine with games that don't work? Crystal Castles. Don't think so. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Cyber Command. Futuristic Tank. No, I have not. Or I've forgotten it, one of the two. Oh. This is a high percentage of games not working. Cyber Sled. Oh, for God's sake. Come on, man. Yeah, well, remember we had a very different exposure to games than you guys did. Not all American arcade games made it here, and obviously each person was exposed to what was in their local areas or what they had at home on their home computers, but not everybody certainly never had the same experience in the 80s, 90s. Though we have got some crossover with things that we have all played, there's certain things that we haven't. It's quite eye-opening, really. I live in a town, and it's not a big town, and we never had a proper arcade. We had businesses with arcade machines, like a fish and chip shops always used to have an arcade machine or two in them, or a nightclub would have an arcade machine or two. And we had one cafe, a big cafe, and that had like 20 arcade machines. So we sort of had a very limited exposure, and so I mainly played more games when I went on holiday and stuff. So I never had this hardcore childhood with hundreds of arcade machines. It was more a few locally, and then special occasions like holidays or trips where I played a few. Ninja!
May the God guide you.
Wow, isometric games. Ninja fight with honor! Mega Drive could have done this. Why am I not hurting him? Oh. Ninja who cannot jump. Well, I wasn't, even if it was on the Spectrum, I didn't play every single Spectrum game. And maybe I did play it, maybe I've just forgotten it. Perhaps it didn't have an impression on me. We were quite a poor family. A lot of our games we just pirated. This game gives you a very poor amount of the screen at a time. Scrolling. Took the bull by the horns. Or not. What the heck? Where's... I hate that they don't flash. That's such a bad emulation. Is he gone? Is he there? Did you see that? It didn't... The sprites are like coming and going on the screen. What a game. Damn. I love the graphical style in this game. Where am I? Where are you? This game is spoiling itself, to be honest. And the scroll rate, look at that. That is such a fixed thing. You need to see more of the screen. Is this cheap tricks to make money? I wanted to enjoy this game. It looks so good. What the heck? Stuff disappears and it reappears. Ninja Waffle Spike. Where am I? I've had enough of that. That could have been a really good game, but it just had so many flaws, and some of it I think is the emulation more than the actual game sold. But the poor scrolling, we only see a bit in front of you. That's just money making crap, so that you play the game worse. Devil Zone. Or not. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. Double Dragon. That game was something that I used to be infatuated with Double Dragon, but playing it now, it is definitely aged. It's crazy how many beloved games you play now, and they're just not good anymore. That's the nostalgia thing. Try this. And then other games you play, and it's like it was only yesterday. Yeah, it's just a cheap, tacky trick. That game didn't deserve my time. But I love the graphical style. It could have got a perfect Mega Drive port. Oh. Help me, she's in the clutches of the dragon. I'll do my best here. Well, it's good to be as much as an unbiased gaming historian as you can be, because I'm not one of them people like Sub who thinks everything's rosy. To me, junk's junk, good's good. And yes, there is opinion, I know that. I know my opinion is not the only one, but that's all we can give is our own opinion, isn't it? What the heck? This looks like a Commodore Amiga game. The style of the scrolling and everything, it really reminds me of a Commodore Amiga, because Commodore Amiga has just never quite had that smoothness of the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo. It always looked a bit homemade, for lack of a better word. Oh, my trousers back. I'm tired of limping like I pooped myself. Don't you think this looks like a Commodore Amiga game? Or am I just talking junk? The more I fight, the more naked I become. My full plate armor's back. This game is brutal, man. Oh, I've lost my helmet and my trousers. As soon as I lose my trousers, I walk like I pooed myself. Really? What a load of crap. See what they were trying to do here, but hold better plate armor than this. Just falls off me and I get smacked. Ooh. Oh. Aha! Oh, you took my armor off me, you goit. Yeah. This is just a press the button repeatedly game and put enough coins in to brute force it. It's not a game where skill makes a difference. Nah. It's a bad game, full stop, my friend. It's a bad game, full stop. Or as you would say, period. We call periods full stops. Or at least we use the language in the same way, just a different word. To us, a period is what a woman gets once a month. When I lived in America, I did struggle with my brain trying to use the American equivalent word, so everybody didn't look at me like I was speaking a foreign language. And then when I called somebody mate, people asked me, did I come from Australia? Because they thought that only Australians use the term mate. That was confusing. So I tried speaking in a fake American accent, and people believed I really was American, which was bad because my American accent was terrible. It didn't sound anything like an American accent, but we do what we must. It does you good to live in a different country. You get a taste of, yeah. It does you good to live in a different country because you, it's very humbling, and it gives you an appreciation for things. Perhaps it gives you an appreciation for immigrants in your own country. Not an appreciation, a understanding. Probably a better way of saying it. This target's weird. I like the idea of it. Whoops. Too much concentration trying to rescue the bird. Ooh. Yeah. I'm not sure this is real sprite. It's semi-sprite scaling with some software scaling, like how the Mega Drive would do it. It's hardware and software scaling. It's too fast for me though. Oh, that's pretty good sprite scaling there. And also we pronounce a lot of the same words differently, like what you call yogurt, we call yogurt. And I had to remember all that, so I didn't sound like an idiot. Americans were quite quick to laugh at the way I was speaking, which didn't feel very good at the time. I mean, I suppose we do it to them as well, but it weren't very nice. I understand it though, because it's quaint, isn't it? I get the idea. And lots of Americans told me, oh, you've got an accent. And I said, everybody's got an accent. I don't have an accent. It's like you do have an accent. An accent is a contrast to what a person is used to. You know, everybody has an accent. And of course, some of them didn't consider the fact that my dialect of English is, at least in its origins, quite a bit older, coming from the birthplace of English. So if we'll be really pedantic, technically I probably don't have an accent, but no, to be fair, everybody's got an accent. That's why it's good to get around the world and look at some different countries. Then a person broadens their horizons past their hometown or home state or whatever. I felt very small in America. It gave me a good appreciation for home. I suppose I'm a bit like Bilbo Baggins. I just like to be at home in my chair. What do you say? Schedule? Or do you say schedule? I say schedule. But, you know, preference of pronunciation is exactly that, isn't it? It is a preference.
Transport all hostages back to your ship.
Certain pronunciations drove me insane because I was exposed to them too much. When you're exposed to something too much, it grinds on you a little bit. As tolerant as we can be. I didn't like calling all sweets candy. That drove me insane. And I mean, like, proper drove me insane. Press jump to start. I think candy just sounded childish to me. The best way I can explain it. I'm on the edge. I say schedule. But remember, I'm contaminated because I spent years of my life around Americans. I spent about 8 years of my life with Americans, maybe closer to 10. So I'm contaminated. I don't speak proper British English anymore. I speak a bastardized version of it. That's the way I'll say it.
Don't shoot the slave.
So I sound like an idiot no matter what country I'm in. Like I use the term regular quite a bit, and that's only just started coming over here, infecting our fast food orderings. Like it used to be small, medium, or large fast food. Then it became regular instead of medium. Small, regular, and large. It used to be medium.
Power switch to activate electrode stair.
I hate what is it? I hear it on YouTube videos a lot. What was it? Like project. We call it project. Project drives me insane.
Throwing switch turns on.
There's a few others that Cretin, we call it cretin. I don't like cretin very much, but I used to say cretin because of all the American cartoons, and then my parents corrected me it was cretin. Because back when I was growing up, we weren't as contaminated by American culture as we are now. Like we used to have school discos, and then they became proms like America. This is a nice little game though, it's quite characterful. I'm not very good at it though, but that's not the game's fault. This could have been done as a 16-bit port and it would have been quite glorious on the Mega Drive. This is just good action. I really must think of some more American differences, but I'm not the best one because like I say, I've been infected. I did 10 years of being around Americans. I was involved, what would you call it, cohabitating with several Americans for about 10 years. That's the best way of saying it. A lot more complicated than that, but we all have our stories, don't we?
You've been detected.
Yogurt drove me insane. Another one. What you call cookies, we call biscuits. To us, a cookie is a special type of biscuit. A specific biscuit. A cookie is a round biscuit, typically with chocolate chips in. A doughy round biscuit. And what you call biscuits, we don't even have over here, unless it's a specialist American, cuisine type place or something. I had biscuits in America on several occasions, so I'm aware of what they are. Yeah. Yeah, I know the second one. I used to be very irritated by saying aluminum, and then I learned that actually aluminum is the correct pronunciation, and British people have been saying it wrong for all these years. Obviously I say aluminium. I know aluminum is actually the correct one. Now, I hate vitamin. We call it vitamin. I will never say vitamin in my language, no matter how much my brain wants me to say it, because I was around it. I will not say tomato. It's definitely tomato to me, but once again, I have said tomato, and I have said vitamin, and I have said aluminum, because I was around it for a decade. I'm kind of in the middle. I keep switching pronunciations. As for glacier, I will say glacier or glacier, dependent on what comes out of my mouth. I'm not a very good example of the British person, like I say, because when you've got nearly a decade of living with Americans, you are contaminated. And no doubt, I contaminated them. I think I made those American people I live with a lot more British, and they made me a lot more American. So basically, we were all a bunch of idiots. None of us could talk properly. I don't keep contact with those said people anymore. But yeah, I'm not a great example of a British person. I guess we could say I'm international. The American pronunciations generally irritate the hell out of me, but I generally say them a lot as well. So what can you say? I suppose we hate what we are. I do hear a lot of I don't like, and I've heard Americans say it both ways. Some Americans say Mario, some Americans say Mario. I'm definitely a Mario person. When they say Mario, it sounds like they're being pretentious and posh. And I realise that's not the case. I realise it's just an accent, and it's just me being irritable. But we're all a bit irritable, aren't we? But when I hear Mario, it drives me insane. But, you know, we all should speak how we speak. We shouldn't be ashamed of it, should we? But I do hear Americans, different Americans, because obviously America's got quite a few accents. I do hear some Americans saying it one way and some saying it another way. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of Americans do lazy pronunciations on stuff. It's strange. Makes you wonder how those pronunciations got so lazy. When you look at the letters, often Americans don't say what the letters say. Strange. I wish I could think of more examples, because it irritates me all the time, but I try not to dwell on stuff. There's a few like that where it's a very lazy pronunciation. But bear in mind, in Britain, we've got probably more accents than in America. We've got tons of regional accents, because before cars and things were available, each town was almost like a nation unto itself. So I can go 5 miles down the road and they speak virtually a different language. There is no correct pronunciation, let's be honest. If we were to be really pedantic, we'd go and say, oh, however the Italians say it. But, you know, I think we all just need to tolerate our differences. And even though stuff irritates me, I don't take it out on people. I perhaps did in my 20s when I was an idiot. But I don't now. I try to live with my fellow man and woman in peace and love. Whatever gender, whatever sexuality, whatever religion, and all these different fruits of life. I think as long as it's hurting nobody else, live as you will, and people shouldn't judge. That's the way I try and be. I wasn't like that in my 20s, no, I was an opinionated idiot. But I think many people were proud fools when they were young, weren't they? And I've said things that nowadays would destroy me. But I was either joking or it was from a time when there wasn't such repercussions for your actions. So I think people need to leave the past in the past, don't they? That's why I don't like the cancel culture. When you can destroy somebody for something they said 20 years ago, and it's like, really? In that case, all of us could be destroyed. Oh, look at the time. I'm jabbering away. Yeah. We do have certain tools that are wrenches, but they're specific tools. Like we might have a socket wrench where you put the different bits on it. You might have a monkey wrench. But yeah, a spanner is a spanner. Yes, don't time fly by when you're comparing cultures, but I'm not great to compare with because I know a lot of America anyway, a lot more about America day-to-day life than most Brits do. We'll have to continue this topic, it's good. Because we're both not offended, so that's good. No need to be offended. I'll tell you one last thing. How Americans spell tyre and check drove me insane when I lived out there. A tyre on a car, we spell T-Y-R-E, and America spelt it T-I-R-E as if they're tired. That drove me insane. Check drove me insane. A check, you know, a bit of paper you fill it out and it's worth an amount of money. Americans spelt it C-H-E-C-K as if they're checking something. When check is C-H-E-Q-U-E, that's where it comes from, like Chancellor of the Exchequer. A check. So it's like those two things are spelt incorrectly, which drove me insane. But you know, no one was going to listen to some stupid Brit correcting them, were they? And what was there? Is anything else? Through. How do they spell through? T-H-R-U. It's T-H-R-U-G-H. But, you know, it's not like I could do anything about it. They might kick me back thinking I'm going to try and, you know, over some tea argument centuries ago. Oh, yeah, well, the U in colour, I can understand. I can get that. You just slightly deviated the language. You just sort of watered it down for the, you know, for the colonists who were probably illiterate. But, like, that was a joke, by the way. But, spelling tire, T-I-R-E, that is just bad. But, you know, life goes on. Our little land is no longer relevant like it once was. But that's all right, because it was never relevant in my lifetime. It's nothing to do with me. However, shall we? I'll go now. We'll continue this, and at least I bow down to aluminum. I know that we pronounce it incorrectly, so I'll give you that. Yeah, it upset me when I was out there and I seen those things. But like I say, I was a young man, so. But I'll give you aluminum. I'll let that one go. I still say aluminium, simply so I don't get destroyed by my own culture, if it is a culture. I'm going to go now. Thanks for the talk. We'll continue it next time, hopefully tomorrow if you're on. Thank you very much for participating in the stream. It's always a pleasure. I will be back tomorrow, usual time, and we will see what happens. Yeah, have a good day. Thank you very much. Anybody who's watching this later when it's a video, if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell. It really helps the channel grow. And leave a good comment, please. This is RetroBeard signing off. Bye for now. Excuse me.